Does it feel like your time is always limited and that you never have enough of it? Well, you're not alone. In fact, most people feel that way. I found out the hard way that when I wake up and go to work without prayer and meditation, I was more likely to be impatient and reactive. My mood would be put off, and more than likely, it would lead to an unproductive day. I eventually realized I had to practice the things that kept me grounded first at the top of my day. Developing my morning routine became a priority, and since I've started using it consistently, it has helped to transform my life. I've seen that the hardest part of developing a morning routine is finding a way to start. In this week's episode, I'm going to share a few small steps that help to make some big changes for my life. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Get Candid Podcast. I am your host, Ravin Joseph. On this week's episode, we are going to talk about some lifestyle changes, beginning with starting and establishing a morning routine. Yes, I know many of us are not morning people, but for those of you who are not, I would say to try to use some of these steps in your evening routine. And if it's too difficult, I would strongly ask you to consider waking up early to get things done. Today, I'm going to share a few steps that I've used in my personal experience that have been effective for me in developing a stronger routine for my morning, and it has led to me having better days, much better days, more happier days, days where I have been set with challenges and the challenges really don't even faze me at this point. My morning routine is a way for me to center myself, prioritize my task, and identify any possible challenges that I might have in my day. First things first, in order for us to have a successful morning routine, we might have to start with doing some things for ourselves the night before. So that would include setting your alarm 15 minutes earlier just to start this process. So set your alarm 15 minutes earlier the night before and put your phone away from you. So if your alarm is on your phone, I sometimes put it in the living room and I leave my bedroom door open so I can hear the alarm. That way I literally have to get out of my bed and walk over to the living room, which is a lot of steps, especially in the morning time when I'm drowsy. So doing that really helps. And also possibly pulling out your clothes the night before. Depending on if I know I have a lot of things to do the next day, I'll pull my clothes out the night before. So it's one thing less thing for me to do. Or as I'm laying down, I'll decide my outfit before I fall asleep. It just takes away from my day. So now we're getting to the morning of. Your alarm goes off that you've set 15 minutes earlier. Do not hit the snooze button. I repeat, do not hit the snooze button. As a matter of fact, remove the snooze button altogether. Studies have shown that turning off your snooze button will help you to be better rested for a productive day. They've stated that when you press snooze, your body goes back into sleep mode, so you wake up even more tired than when you began. I learned this last summer, and I turned off my snooze button last summer. And I really didn't even notice that it was still off until December break. I realized, oh, you really turned off your snooze button and never went back to it. And I hadn't even realized, wow, you really did this. Sometimes I wake up now before my alarm, which is pretty cool because it means that my body's rested. It means that I've gotten enough sleep. And I've also noticed, although now that I wake up at a certain time and I'm not pressing snooze, my body's also tired the night before at a certain hour, and I'm ready to do my night routine, which makes it easier for me to develop a night routine. So yes, don't hit that snooze button. And if you feel like you want to fall back to sleep, you're one of those heavy sleepers, I would suggest that you start a ritual in your morning. For those days that you feel like you don't want to get out of bed, I would suggest counting down from 5, and when you hit 1, you get up. Even if you don't feel it, train your mind to get up and get moving. And that's another reason why you should have your phone or your alarm away from you so that you don't just hit it off and go back to sleep. One of the rituals that I begin my day with is, and my alarm actually says it, it says, "Thank you, God, for another day." And so I hold my hand on my heart, just like you're doing the Pledge of Allegiance in school. I hold my hand over my heart and I say, "Thank you, God, for another day." So I start my day with gratitude every morning, and I thank Him for 3 more things that I'm excited about, and I start my day. One of the things I would do in the morning, I used to do a lot in the morning. Now I stick to one activity, one self-care activity of my choice. Take 15 minutes to do this in your morning. Start your day off with self-care. I know it sounds selfish, but no, do it for you. You may not have time to do it when you get home after work. And I said also to set your alarm 15 minutes earlier, maybe because usually when you get up, you start getting your children ready for school or for their day, or you have other family members to take care of. Start your day off for you. So set that alarm 15 minutes earlier so you do something fun for yourself. Some days I read for those 15 minutes. Some days I journal for those 15 minutes. Sometimes I dance to music for those 15 minutes. Sometimes I write in my gratitude journal for those 15 minutes. I'm doing any activity I feel my soul needs for that morning for those 15 minutes to make myself feel excited about the day. After you've done your creative activity, you can go into a moment of mindfulness. There are so many mindfulness activities that you can do. What I do in my morning is I pray and I meditate. So with me, I said this after my creative activity, and I'm going to tell you why. I have a lot of energy in the morning. I'm excited about life. I'm excited to be up. Like right now, I'm recording this podcast at 3 o'clock in the morning. I am always excited to be up and doing this work. So when I get up, sometimes I have to do the other activity before I pray and meditate, because I'm on like this natural high thing, and I mean, it's a blessing to have it, but sometimes I can't sit still. So I'll do that self-care activity. I might listen to some gospel music. I might even do the dishes or do some cleaning, or straightening up or organizing my space during those 15 minutes. So then I can just sit down, say my prayers, and do 5 minutes of mindfulness. So mindfulness can be anything from meditating, sitting still, connecting with source. It can be visualization. It can be just anything to get your day feeling like you can pause. So I don't know what that grounding is for you, but my grounding is prayer and meditation. Consistently practicing this has made me feel a lot happier and grounded within my day. So I always start there. That's like a non-negotiable for my morning. I don't care if I'm late. I'm going to pray and I'm going to meditate for at least 5 minutes every day. The next thing you do after your prayer meditation, and you don't have to do this in the exact order that I'm saying it, but you should have a routine that works for you, right? So after that, I will go through my checklist, and I've spoken about this in previous episodes, my 531 checklist. Now, when I share this again, I don't want you to think you have to be a robot in the morning. Let things flow, but let things flow onto paper. So what are the things that you have to get done for today? Write that list down, and then identify the biggest task that you have to do for your day, which may take more than an hour. Identify three, no more than 3 tasks that might take 35 to 45 minutes of your time for that day, and identify 5 smaller tasks that might take anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes of your day. Don't think that you have to tackle every single task on your list, but start with a big thing, right? Start with, like for today, my big thing is I have to get my final assessment done for my students for finals week, which is in 2 weeks. So I know that's a priority for me. Like that's something that I'm going to get done. And if I get it done, I'm going to feel good. I'm going to feel productive about my day. So what's one big thing that may take more than an hour to produce, that when it's completed, it takes a lot off your plate, and also it allows you to feel accomplished for your day. So for me, it's getting that Setting up these assessments are so irritating, but it is what it is. I got to do my job, right? So doing that, and then identifying what might block you from getting this big task done. So for me, sometimes I play Candy Crush instead of doing my work. And this is like my truth. This is my experience, right? So knowing that I have an app on my phone, I've started from, even when I make the list, I put a block on my phone for my planning period, because I'm never on my phone when I'm teaching. But my planning period, I can get on there. I don't even be texting people. I'm playing Candy Crush. So blocking the app for that block of time that I'm supposed to be planning will help me to, or support me in being accountable for not doing things that I should not be doing. Doing that, and also looking down the list and seeing what things on this list can I couple, what things on this list can I pull together, or kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. And finally, last but not least, yes, wash your face, fix your bed, all these things, they should be part of your morning. That's part of my morning routine. But also eating a healthy breakfast, starting your day with something healthy. And the way for you to do this, when I say healthy, and I'm emphasizing healthy, is deciding what foods are healthy that you like, that you can use for breakfast ahead of time. Having a list of recipes for yourself that are 5 quick recipes for the morning. I'm not gonna lie, I rotate grits, cheesy grits with shrimp, oatmeal with, like, how McDonald's makes their oatmeal with the fruits and the craisins and stuff. I love making oatmeal like that. Blueberries and like fresh fruits and things like that. Waffles is another thing for my go-to in the morning, because it takes less than 15 minutes to do. So doing that alleviates a lot of headache, because I already know what to go for. And it's healthy. On the weekend is usually when I make my big breakfasts, because I have more time in the morning and I'm not rushing off to do something else. Having a healthy diet starts with at the beginning of your day. And so start there. Just make sure overall that you keep your mornings as simple as possible. Don't overwhelm yourself, but make sure that you start your day with self-care, taking care of your mind, taking care of your body. If you need to exercise for those 15 minutes, go ahead and do that. Just to wrap things up, start the night before, with organizing your clothes and setting your alarm. And when you wake up, commit to a ritual, whether it's saying a mantra or praying or showing gratitude, whatever works for you. Make sure you take 15 minutes of your time to do something creative that's inspiring and motivating for your day. Another example can be listening to a podcast, whatever works for you. Then do some mindfulness, 5 minutes of mindfulness. I can share some activities with you if you want. You can email me and I can share those ideas with you. And then head off to your checklist. Figure out what's most important for you to have a productive day. Strategize on any challenges that you may face and what you can do, what's absolutely in your control for you to do. Like setting a timer to remind yourself to get it done. If you haven't done it by a certain hour, remind yourself, but always start off with a fresh list every day. Don't try to build on it, because I feel like that becomes more overwhelming and things can change, right? So make sure that you can revisit the list, but still write down another list the next day of the things that you have to get done. Setting a morning routine is a way to control your schedule and better prioritize your time. So I know that it gets a bad rap because they're associated with productivity obsessed, boring type A personalities, but the truth is that most people who have a morning routine report feeling more accomplished, less stressed, and in control of their time. It can help you to set the tone for a productive and rewarding day. Having a morning routine helps you get more done, including thinking about what you want to accomplish more efficiently. The feeling of being on top of your game, of course, is gratifying and motivating and inspiring, which in turn contributes to the lifestyle that we're trying to develop, that we're trying to set for ourselves. It really starts with taking small steps and making the decision to develop these habits on a daily basis. So let me know what things you've included in your morning routine. And of course, it can change with your needs. Right now, part of my morning routine is reading and studying. I take 15 minutes to read and study. Some mornings I'll read and study for a couple of hours because I don't have to work. So adjusting, the time, adjusting the activities to meet your needs. I'm also working out. I started this week working out again 3 times a week for those 15 minutes, and the other times I'm reading. So make sure that you put yourself first in the morning. Start the day off with providing yourself the needs that you need to be successful. And let me know how it goes. Try it for a week or two. See how you feel. I know waking up earlier, especially 15 minutes earlier, you feel like you need that sleep. You don't need that sleep. Your body will tell you when you need to go to sleep. And when you're rested, you're more productive. When you're tired and exhausted trying to get things done, it's not as effective. And I will be honest, there's some days where my body's so tired that I have to sleep more. And your body will tell you, and listen to your body. Don't just say, oh, because I set my alarm for this time, I have to get up every single day. There's some days that you might have to sleep in, and that's just what it is, because we're all human. We're not robots. So just listen to your body, but at the same time, don't make excuses. All right? So again, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the DMs on my Instagram, GetCandidPod. You can email me at getcandid@candidsoulcode.com. Also, you can subscribe to my newsletter and respond to us there. Some people respond to me there. Go to www.candidsoulcode.com to sign up for my weekly newsletter. I look forward to hearing from y'all. Please let me know what you think. Let me know what you want me to share on my podcast. Take care.